Hey, welcome back to the Fine Homebuilding House 2022 here in Prairie Village, Kansas. I'm Joe Cook, along with Travis Brungardt, Catalyst Construction, and today we are installing windows. And what we're going to start with is prepping the window opening. We're going to use two different zip products. We're going to use the zip stretch tape as well as just the zip tape that you use for your walls. And I'll go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to start with the zip stretch tape. We want to use that on our sills. And the reason we like this product is because it stretches, just as it says in the name. But what it allows us to do is have a continuous seal on our sill, and that just helps with air and it helps with water management. So I first start out with just kind of giving it a rough measurement so I know how it's going to sit in the sill. And this is a tape that you can actually peel off in two different segments, and that really helps with the ease of installation. We'll go ahead and get this pulled. Well, what we really like about the zip sheeting, it's one system, it's one warranty, and if you follow the guidelines, it's a really great system, and it solves for air and water in less steps than it would if you were doing a traditional OSB. So once you get the sill part down, we'll go ahead and release the second part of the tape. You start slowly working it. You just pull it, and now you have a perfectly water sealed corner. And it's a very durable tape, but we find that it's a great system. So we've got the sill down. Next part is we're going to roll it. Start your corners, make sure they're in there. You're working the tape out, you're getting the bubbles and the wrinkles out. Roll the tape. It says it right on the tape. And it's amazing how after this is rolled, the bond between the tape and the board sheeting is incredible. I mean, you can see here just after it's rolled, it's hard to pull off. So we've installed our sill flashing with the stretch tape. Now we're going to use the zip tape to go ahead and complete our air barrier from the face of the zip sheeting into the opening. And it serves dual purposes in this case. It's serving an air seal. It's better protection for the window opening as well as it's protecting the foam. Make sure I just get good contact on everything. What this also accomplishes is a counter flash over our zip stretch tape. Now I've got it on the surface. Go back to the top and I'll roll it in. Bring it in and make sure it gets good contact on that 2x6. Once it's all tacked down, then we'll roll the tape again. And this is really the same process for both sides. So I'll get the tape started, put it about an inch or so onto the sheeting, install it all the way down. So after we've completed both legs, we'll go ahead and do the top so the window's counter flashed. So I'll go ahead and get it tacked up. Same deal, it's an inch. So this will go ahead and cover the foam and attach to the 2x6. I'll make a small cut right here in the corner, and that is to allow my tape to fold in, and I'll make a couple little cuts just so I can get that last bit of foam, keep it protected, and ensure my air seal. A neat little thing that Huber did with the zip tape and this roller is they put Z's in it. While I'm walking around checking the job before we install all the windows, I can inspect every window opening and check for the Z's. If the Z's are there, we know this window's been rolled, the zip's been rolled, and we're ready to go to the next step. So that completes our rolling, and that completes the prep for this window opening, and now we're ready to start windows. So the next step is we're going to caulk the opening, but what we want to do, since this is a flanged window, the flanges are going to attach right here. So we want to do a continuous and a generous bead of caulking from the bottom all the way up. And we'll go around the top, down the other side. And what this does is it creates a seal that our window flanges will just mate up against. And when we use our fasteners through the flange, that sealant will then smush and really create an additional air seal. We don't do the bottoms because if there ever is a leak, we want it to drain out. So we'll do air sealing on the inside of the window, on the interior side.
All right, so with the window installation essentially complete, the window's secure, plumb and square, all the operations been checked, now it's time to go ahead and do the flashing tape. We'll go ahead and just tape the sides first, and what we want to do is lap from the green coated zip panel across the window installation fin and onto the edge of the window frame itself. So by lapping over that, we add that level of protection at the weakest point, which is that top corner. So after taping both sides of the window, Wolfgang will then go over the top with another section of tape that will actually extend out past the sides. So just like shingle lapping everywhere else on the house where you want to protect any sort of possibility of water getting into the system, if you lap one piece over the other, you eliminate that possibility and risk. So it's a great system. We're utilizing the vapor open tape in this location, and we'll do that on all of our windows as a rule. The vapor open tape just gives us a little bit of an additional measure of protection in case we would take any sort of moisture into the assembly. There is a possibility for that water vapor to evaporate and move through the tape to the exterior. We seal the inside of the windows. We have full continuity of air control through the zip system because of the taping. We utilize on most of our builds a backer rod and caulking approach. We have the transition from exterior skin to the inside of the window because again, we don't tape that bottom edge of the window. So that's a place air can get in, and so that's why we need continuity of air control all the way around the window at the interior, and for that we usually use big stretch and backer rod. That about wraps us up. Wolf and Durrell got the entire first floor window package set. So now really all we have left is the basement windows, which they'll do tomorrow, and then all of the exterior taping details, which of course are critical to the continuity of water and air control.